Detroit, they were throttled on the scoreboard. A couple of them were thumped in fights. The Calgary Flames opened a 6-game marathon road trip with Wednesday's 8-2 walloping from the Detroit Red Wings at Little Caesars Arena, and the one-sided score isn't the only reason they were seething afterward. With less than 6 minutes remaining in regulation, Red Wings tough guy Luke Witkowski traded punches with defenceman Brett Kulak, who had never been in a tussle at the big league level. Witkowski was jawing with several Flames as he was escorted off the ice, sparking a melee that featured 84 minutes worth of penalties, a second scrap that spilled into the home bench, and a spearing major in-game misconduct penalty to Flames sophomore Matthew Tkachuk. "It's about time we had scrum, we were getting embarrassed, and we weren't competing," fumed Flames head coach Glen Gulutzan. "I'm still searching for the spear. I don't know. If the first little tap on the ankle is a spear, then, oof, I guess I've misjudged this game for the last 25 years. They have a tough guy that grabs one of our young guys late in the game, and we come out of there with a 5-minute major for I don't even know what it was. I'm as dumbfounded as anyone else. I've rewound the video 25 times. That's not the game, though. I mean, it's about time we got some emotion in our game." A fight breaks out by the benches between the Calgary Flames and Detroit Red Wings. Gregory Seamus, Getty Images. There was no shortage of emotion in their locker room afterward. The 19-year-old Tkachuk copped to giving Witkowski a little poke, but told reporters that he was surprised to be dinged for 5 minutes for spearing. "It's a joke that a guy like that would go after one of my best buddies and kind of stick his elbow out and come across the whole ice and just do something pretty stupid that started everything," Tkachuk said of Witkowski, who could be in a pile of trouble with the NHL's disciplinarians for sticking around as a linesman tried to send him to the showers. And then going to the bench, turns back and chirps our whole bench, and didn't want to go anywhere. So just went over there, just to give him a little poke, just to get out of here. He was looking for an excuse to come back. Just get out of here. Like, what are you doing? It's just stupid. Flames defenseman Travis Hamonic was anxious to say his piece too. Hamonic had several fresh scrapes and marks on his face, the result of his knuckle exchange with the Red Wings' leading marksman, Anthony Mantha, during that third period stoppage. Hamonic wound up on the floor on the Red Wings bench, with Mantha, 3 inches taller and 20 pounds heavier than his opponent in this bout, still slugging away. "You've got one of their heavyweights, Witkowski, a tough guy, going after Kulak. As a group, we want to try to stick up for each other," Hamonic said. "Next thing you know, you get into a fight, and you think everything is fine, and it turned into a UFC match on their bench. Mantha is a good young player, I'll give him that. But he's a young player, and he's going to learn there's a code. When a guy is laying in the box, helpless on the ground, and he keeps throwing at me, that's not right. He's a young player, I'm sure he'll learn from it, but that doesn't sit well. The result shouldn't sit well either. The 6-goal deficit equals the Calgary side's most lopsided loss of the season." Justin Abdelkader, number 8 of the Detroit Red Wings, watches his second period goal go past John Gillo's number 32 of the Calgary Flames. Gregory Seamus, Getty Images. Johnny Gaudreau and Mitchell Furland each notched a goal and an assist for the Flames, 10-8-0, while Mantha and Andreevs Athanasiou led the locals with 2 tallies plus a helper apiece. The Red Wings were up 4-1 after 20 minutes. With stalwart Mike Smith sidelined by an upper body injury, Flames backup goaltender Eddie Lack was tapped for just his second start of the season. He wouldn't finish the night, or even reach the midway mark, hooked after being shelled for 5 goals on 15 shots in 24-27 of action. "We didn't get any big saves early," Gulutzan said. "But I don't know which one he was supposed to get. If anybody had a worse night than Lack, it was defenseman TJ Brodie, who was raised about an hour from Detroit and Chatham, Ontario, and must have been hoping his family and friends were delayed Wednesday at the border. In a diving attempt to defend a 3-on-1 rush, he swung his stick and knocked the puck past Lack for the Wings' opening goal. By the end of the night, Brody was -4. "We have some lessons to learn," Gulutzan said. "You should learn from getting your butts kicked and not being prepared. But that's not acceptable either. We weren't ready."